Hello, everybody. Th- so today is going to be my first initial video on introduction to cloud services. Basically, in this series we are going to dive deeper into the cloud service aspects on how to develop a cloud service from scratch rather than using AWS, Azure, or some other cloud service such as Runpod. We will be diving deep into how to set up an environment for developing our own cloud service so you can actually deploy your own cloud service for your own company for any use case that you want, for example, AI, blockchain, or whatever you want to. Hopefully, these tutorials would provide some base knowledge on how to do this thing more efficiently. So let's dive into the topic now. So in our first topic, we're going to discuss about how what the cloud service is and like different use cases of these cloud services, so we can actually better utilize our own systems to develop our own cloud infrastructure from scratch. So let's first explain what the cloud service actually is, right? So let me just see what is a cloud service, right? So cloud service is basically a computer. Like whatever the cloud service, whatever that you want to label it, it's basically at the end of the day a system. A system that has, for example, let's say if I have a system, then what I will do is like have this system broken down into like multiple components. So, for example, I will have a system majorly has RAM, um, storage, and then we have compute, right? We have these three major aspects of what a system is actually at the end of the day. So if we dive deeper into the compute part, what we will notice is actually like we have two uh, major aspects what we call compute. Like for example, we have the GPU component and then we have the CPU component, right? So if we dive deeper on why we have these two things, so GPU is majorly used for graphical computation or the matrix computation. So we have these things for the GPU, majorly for graphical or matrix computation. So in the CPU we have different cores within the we have number of cores within the like the CPU itself. It's majorly used for singular processor, singular process computation, and also handling system process. So this is what actually a cloud service is at the end of the day. We have a cloud service that is actually divided into that is actually a system that has multiple components. These components we actually um, provide the users as services. So if I break these things down, if I label these as services, like for example, storage as service or compute as service, all of these things are actually at the end of the day the major thing that makes what a cloud service a cloud service is at the end of the day. We are just providing users these services in different aspects. For example, Amazon S3 bucket is a storage service. We provide EC2 computation from Amazon AWS. We are actually providing GPUs, so we have RAM as well. So all of these things are actually like provided as services. As services. So we have these things, right? So if we dive a little bit deeper on why the need of it, like if we ask a question, why do we need these kind of things? So it's pretty much straightforward, I would say. Like, the thing is, not all of the people or the companies have very large computational like systems. For example, 4090s or 3090s or stuff like that. So we need some kind of a service provider, a host that can actually like host our AI models or whatever you want to host, for example. You need these services. For example, we use Google Drive, for example, for storing our data. We use OneDrive to store our data. We use GCP, Google Cloud Computation, to host our Jupyter notebooks or like get some compute power from there. So we have these services that actually provide us those systems that we don't have physically with us. So this is the advantage of having a cloud service or using a cloud service, I would say. So, so application of cloud services used today. As I discussed earlier, we have numerous applications. We have Amazon and the S3 bucket and all of the stuff that is actually happening right now for different cloud use cases. And why the next question is why build your own cloud services, for example? Why do we need to build our own cloud service, right? So, as I said before, this series is going to majorly be about developing your own cloud service from scratch. Because the thing is, we have to democratize the power of cloud computation. We don't want this power to be held by one or two entities. We need this power to be democratized to all over the world so people know how to build their own services, right? So, let's talk about like why do we need to specifically build our own like cloud services? The thing is, as I discussed earlier, there is a need for democratization, and also there is a need to like reduce the compute power, right? Like the thing is, these cloud services like Amazon, AWS, Azure, all of these services actually have a very high rate at one specific amount of time. For example, if you are using these services for your own personal use cases, I think that that's somewhat fine enough. And also, if you are a startup, definitely I think so. I would prefer you guys going into like using these mature services rather than building your own because it's going to take some amount of time and also cost as well. So using these services at the early age of your startup, it's a very good idea to do so. But the thing is, uh, when that limit reaches, for example, if you have like thousands of AI models being deployed and being used by your customers, then you definitely need to think about building your own cloud service. Because thing is, you will have an atrocious amount of cost that is going to be uh, like uh, like like being charged from these platforms on per hourly rates. I think Azure actually like has $0.75 per hourly rate. Even that's actually I think so the cheapest compute power they actually give on a GPU side. So that actually explains the whole thing. Why do you need to have your own cloud service? Reduce the compute and reduce the cost, right? And then the third point is to like uh, have proper control on your cloud service. That's one of the major advantages to having your own cloud service because you can actually have a very much of proper control on how much feature do you want to add or like how much control do you want the users to have if you want to give the control to the users or your own like company employees if you want to. So these are the advantages of having your own cloud service. And also in the in the age of AI and also all of these things, the applications for cloud services are as follows. For example, if we talk about the applications, cloud-based cloud compute is actually basically used nowadays, very much popular nowadays because of artificial intelligence. Models use computational power for generating content. And then we have like if we talk about like blockchain, we have the second application that we have is blockchain that was actually very much famous for um, crypto mining. And we have these like cloud services used for other things as well, like forex trading, and also all of this stuff is actually being done using this kind of a thing. So there are numerous like use cases for this, and this series is specifically, as I told earlier, is aimed for people who want to develop their own cloud services from scratch, or want to see how cloud service works under the hood, how Azure, how like the AWS actually works under the hood. So I will try my best to go through these different types of models, these cloud service models, and and also share my own experience of what I've done so far. So this is Khan. I'm speaking just a bit of myself as well. This is Khan. I'm speaking who has actually like built cloud service from scratch for for Stable Diffusion or Models Lab. For 1 or more year, I led that project, and currently I'm trying to democratize the power of cloud engineering to all of these companies who need it, and will be sharing my knowledge as much as possible, and will be updating my knowledge as per need. So hopefully you guys like this first video. If any suggestions or anything that you want to put, just put this into the comment section, or just email me what you want to. And hopefully looking forward to the next video, guys. So the next video would definitely be on the architecture designing, on how to lay down the foundations of this service. So looking forward to that. So have a great day, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.